Alright, so what is life like as an infantry marine? Now, if you're watching this video, chances are you are either looking to enlist into the Marine Corps, are in ITB, or you just hit the fleet and you're curious on what life is going to look like, right? In this video, I'm going to explain all those things, why I enlisted even as an infantry marine, and the differences that it makes being what we call a grunt versus a pogue, meaning a combat job versus a non-combat job. It is a night and day difference. So definitely, if you are looking to get this information, this video is perfect for that. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's get right into the video. So why I enlisted as an infantry marine, it wasn't, there's a big stereotype that infantry marines, or grunts, that's what we call them, are stupid and dumb. And I don't know why, but that could be the furthest from the truth, because it is one of the most complex jobs that you can get. There's so much knowledge in this job, and there's so much things that I've learned about this job. It's actually insane. And you meet some of the smartest people that you'll ever meet as well. So that off the bat, not true. But I enlisted because I wanted to change my life. I wanted to do something better. And when you think of the Marine Corps, you don't think of no desk worker. You think of grunts. You think of guys closing with on the enemy, killing, and the crazy stuff that you see, you know what I mean? And I was not going to become a Marine without being in the infantry, because that is the closest experience to actually conducting actions that you'll ever get. So that was right off the bat. It was like, I'm not signing this contract until I get infantry. And for some reason, infantry was low, but I was able to get it, and I enlisted as an infantry marine, right? Life in boot camp is going to be the same for everyone, so I'm not going to go much over boot camp in this video. I do have videos on boot camp, but you hit the schoolhouse, right? And this is when things change a lot, right? ITB, Infantry Training Battalion, SOI, School of Infantry, whatever you guys want to call it. It's basically the school that you go to after boot camp to learn to be an infantry marine, right? And I would definitely say those are going to be the 3 worst months of your life. For me, it sucked. The biggest thing was you do not sleep pretty much. You get 2 hours of sleep a night, and they just mess with you. And then you hit the fleet, and none of the things they taught you even applies, because every unit does things differently, right? But you're going to go through this thing called it's 3 months, 12 weeks, 13 weeks, depends on what pipeline you're in, because it's always changing. And you're basically just going to get hazed for 12 to 13 weeks, no sleep. You're gonna do a lot of rucks, a lot of hikes, just things that grunts do, right? Things that you're gonna do in the fleet, but it's just gonna be a little bit gay. It's gonna be a little bit just hazy, because you're a boot, and the culture of the Marine Corps is if you're a boot and you haven't deployed yet, you don't rate a lot of things, right? Especially in the grunt side. Not the pogue side much, but the grunt side, that's basically how it works. But you go through the schoolhouse, you learn the basics of patrolling, you learn the basics of assaulting, buddy rushing, all those things that are very basic to the fleet, you're gonna learn in ITB, right? So there's a little bit to take out of it. I will say it's basically a no-fail course. You could fail out of it for physical reasons, because it's a very physical course. You're gonna be slayed, you're gonna be tired, hungry, cold. If you're in the East Coast, you're gonna be cold. But you basically go through the schoolhouse, and then you hit the fleet, right? Now, what is life like when you hit the fleet? I remember when I was a civilian looking up what life would look like as an infantry marine, barely any videos popped up. But basically, everything becomes a little more normal when you hit the fleet. You're actually conducting your job. You basically work a 9 to 5 now. I mean, that's pretty much what happens in my life, right? So my life is either very slow or very fast, right? We're coming out close on deployment. I'm not gonna say my unit or anything, but basically we're doing something called sea periods, and it's basically where you just go on ship and you just sit there and live life on ship and get accustomed to it for 2 weeks at a time. And then that's about it. You just literally just do that. That's it. But you're basically going to go on field ops, meaning you're going to do ranges, you're going to do scenarios, you're going to conduct simulated operations. And that's when life is going very fast in the fleet. That's when you're prepping for combat, you're checking your gear constantly, you have a lot of taskers throughout the day, and then you go do the field op. You're actually in the field for a week to a month. Does depend a lot. The average though is a week. And then you come back, and then it's boring. It's chill, it's slow, you're not really doing much. So that's basically what life looks like. You're either in your room standing by, getting classes, or doing an admin task, you're missing shots or something super basic like that, or you're in the field conducting actions. Your goal in the fleet though, to avoid the boot treatment as much as possible, is becoming useful as early as possible. That's basically what I did. I just offered myself to even the most mundane tasks. I was like, hey, you can trust me, I'll get it done, and I would just get it done, right? And then I also studied a buttload. I went on this one Quizlet that had 400 different acronyms for the infantry, and I basically just tried to remember all of them. And then anytime I got boot checked, I would survive, you know what I mean? I would know all the answers, and they would even be like, yo, I didn't even teach you that yet. How'd you know? They would try to make me fail, and it wasn't working. So my boot treatment ended on fucking the 3rd month. But the next thing you want to do in the fleet is become as physically fit as possible. One thing I love about this job is that you're pretty much a professional athlete. That's what this job is. You're pretty much a pro athlete, but your sport is shooting guns and killing people. I feel like a pro athlete. I treat my body very well. I eat very well. I drink hydration, and I recover, and I go on runs, and I work out. It's so nice. I literally am living my dream life of working out, eating good, and just shooting guns. Like, it's so awesome. That is the best part of the job. But basically, the fleet, you're doing something called a workup. You're basically leading up to a deployment, and in this workup, you're going to field ops, you're getting tested on different things, you guys are going to go through different trainings to basically be eligible for the deployment. Right now, me and my unit, we're very close to deployment. We're pretty much at the end, we're just finishing up these last C periods, and that's it. We're going to deploy, and boom, done. So daily life, basically, you're just going to wake up in the morning, you're going to PT. Infantry, Marines in general, pretty much, even non-combat jobs, usually you guys PT. The Marines in general are a lot more fit than other branches. But for the infantry boys, hey, you PT a lot. Like I said, it's your job. It's your profession. You wake up in the morning, you PT, you shower. Usually you go to the armory, clean your weapon, or you'll go and get a class by one of your seniors, or you'll get an admin task. Your name is missing on some roster and they need your freaking social security number or some crap like that. And then lunch, do the same thing in the afternoon. Maybe you're even training in the backyard. We call it the backyard, where you just go pull some rifles, you guys walk around and do patrolling and practice and stuff like that. But it's not a field op, you're just in the back just doing stuff to train, and then you're cut for the day. That's pretty much what daily life looks like. Garrison life, meaning base life, when you're not in the field, is very chill for the most part. Just don't get in trouble, make sure you're squared away. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you guys, you have full work days where you're just in your room playing video games. It's literally chill. And then the weekends in the barracks, I got that question too. Weekends in the barracks are insane, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes too much. It feels like I'm in college again. You share a room with a roommate, you share a bathroom, depending on your unit and where you are, because some people have their own bathrooms and stuff. It's pretty cool. But hey, we're in the grunt barracks, we're in the ghetto. We share a room, me and my roommate, we make it our own though. It's very clean, it's very put together. And the weekends, sometimes it's extremely quiet, people are away on leave, or there's a freaking green star cluster going off in your front yard. It is insane. It's very college. I don't know, it reminds me of when I was in college. Things are always going on, people are getting in fights. It's Marines, you're not gonna be in a freaking nice, everybody's insane. Hey, I'm cool with everybody though. I'm already established here, so it's funny, but the weekends can get crazy. If you're looking for that college experience, this is basically college, but guns, freak beer, funny. But hey, just stay out of trouble pretty much. I pretty much just stay out of trouble, I stay out the way. If my boys are doing something, I'll just chill with them. But my goal is I just stay out the way. I try not to get involved, and so far it's been working. But that's basically the basic life of an infantry marine. You're either in garrison, just playing for the brass, meaning the shiny, the officers and stuff. You're pretty much just playing fashion for them, or you're in the field, killing, getting to it, shooting guns, chilling with the boys. And that's pretty much what life is like as an infantry marine. If you guys want a vlog style of what it actually looks like, I'll try to get that as much as I can. But like I said, I don't want to tell you guys my unit or show any faces, just for the privacy of my job. But let me know what you guys want to see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.